I'm Andrea. To celebrate the success of my Crafty Little Things candle range, I launched a limited edition range for Christmas and it was just sold out. It was so popular very quickly. So to celebrate the launch of that, we made a little video of how to make a candle at home with no sort of specialist equipment. And we made it recycling one of these goo cheesecake pots because they're just so cute and they make just a great size candle. And we thought I've done a tutorial on, well, I've done a video on how to make the colour of this candle is like a pale pink. My daughter chose it and the smell is tutti frutti. It has a wooden wick which we've obviously set fire to take photographs with, which obviously you wouldn't set fire to if you were going to gift it to somebody. So then I thought it'd be nice to show you how to make a gift box to fit that into. So this is the prototype that I came up with, which is just using Whisper White and some retired cardstock, and then that just pops nicely inside. So I've come up with a more Christmassy sort of, a more glamorous version, if you like. Although this is really pretty, I do like this. I think I might gift one in this. So it's a great way of just using up, of recycling your pots. So the first thing to do is I'm just going to make a band to go around the candle. Now this is a standard sort of goo size pot, I think, and I've done this to 3/4 of an inch. And it's 10 1/4 inches. So you can glue it all the way around, or you can just glue it where you join it, so that if somebody wanted to take it off before they used it, they could do. I'm just going to glue it all the way around because it's not going to go near the flame or anything, so it's not like it's a fire hazard. Especially keep it nice and low. Make sure it doesn't wrap over onto, you know, anywhere that could be exposed to the candle itself. Just hold that down. This is just a way of just personalising it more and customising it more to go with your box. I think I'm not really a big fan of coloured candles. I do make them myself, but this one would look lovely just white with the gold on, but this was the only one I've got. And the other thing I did was I used the same paper. This is from the Stampin' Up's Season of Cheer or Year of Cheer set. So the other thing I did was cut out a circle to pop on the top. Now normally you'd just punch a hole for a wick, but obviously you can't do that because it's a wooden wick, so it's more of a slit. So I just pop some blue tack down and get my X-Acto knife out, and I'll just cut. I'm just going to cut a little slit. Right, so to make the box then, you need a few bits and pieces. This is not just for the box, this is to embellish the box as well. I'm carrying the theme through by using this same DSP to decorate my box. So you need a piece of cardstock. I'm using Whisper White. The normal Whisper White is fine. If you want to use it extra strong, you can. And that measures 12 inches by 7.5 inches. And then it's scored at 1 inch, 4.5 inches, 6.5 inches, and 10 inches on the long side. And then on the short side, it's scored at 2 and 5.5. But at this end, where you've got your 1 inch score line, you need to also score it at 1 inch and 6.5 inches, just up to that second score line. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, and that's just so we can cut off for the lid. Okay, so once you've scored that, then you're going to get your bone folder and fold and burnish that. Sorry, if you want to do all of your cutting, let me just explain the other pieces as well, sorry. So what I've got, this is going to be our lid, yeah? So this is going to be the top. So I took a piece of the DSP, which measures 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and I put that, and that's to go on top. And then I cut out from the centre of that a stitch shaped framelit. There's that one. And that's the 2 inch, well, 2 1/4, 2 1/8 inch. And then I did the same size of Whisper White. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach those to the box like that, okay? And with the sentiment, what I've done is I've used the star and the A Gift For You stamp from the Add a Little Glitz set, which is a really nice set. Okay, and all I've done is I've used this and I've just randomly stamped it in crumb cake around the edges. And then that is powder pink for some reason. I thought I had crumb cake. I accidentally, because it looks a bit gold crumb cake once you stamp it. So that's what I did there. And then I've got 3 strips to go around the edges of the box. So these measure 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to make a bow to go on top of the box. And so for that I needed a piece of 6 inch by 1 inch and a piece of 3 inch by 1 inch and a little tiny 1/4 inch by 1 inch tab. And then this is going to be a belly band that's going to go around the bow, underneath the bow. Well, you'll see what I mean in a minute. So now we can fold and burnish these score lines. So this box fits, the finished dimensions are 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and then it's got a depth of 2 inches. So it might be good for other things, especially for cosmetic-y type things. But of course it's custom made to fit this candle. Right, so don't burnish these 2 score lines here. You just need to cut up those. Let's get my big scissors. You need to cut up those because you need to get rid of those. So cut up those 2 there and then just cut them off because you don't need them. And now you can cut down the rest of that piece, notch it in slightly, and you can do the same on the other side. Notch it in slightly. I have to ignore the fact that I've got a bit of soot on this. And then cut up those 2 pieces. Whether you're notching or not is entirely up to you. Some people do, some people don't. I like to, just to get it nice and precise, because I'm not the best at precision. And then just cut up that one. and cut up that one. I'm just going to notch these in as well. Okay. I'm cutting very slowly today. I don't know why. I think it's because it frustrates me when I watch people crafting and they do everything at like super top speed. Not everybody, but some people, they do it like as if it's a race or something. And I'm like, you know, I know they're trying to make the video as short as possible, and they're going, probably aiming them more at people that know what they're doing. And you can always pause and slow things down, but some people are just like, they're going mad. It's almost like, I don't know, sometimes I think it's almost like, look how fast I can do it, and I don't think that's, for me, that's not the point of doing it. I'm not showing off what I can do in terms of look how good I am. I'm just showing you what you can do. Right, so we'll stick on these bits now. So this one's going to go on first. So just get some Tombow, put it around the edge. Oops. And stick that on as centrally as possible. Then I'm going to take the edge strips and I'm going to stick those on. I'm waiting to hear how the Year of Cheer event went. I made 101 cards. Well, I never, but I made, in 15 minutes I made, was it 21 cards I think? They were a super simple design and they were kind of, it was just a matter of compiling them. But it was fun. It was fun racing against the clock as well. It was an occasion where speed was called for. Right, so now I'm just going to pop some glue onto these two flaps here. And form the lid of the box just by folding them in. Making sure that it's nice and square. And then holding it just to get it to stick. And the same on the other side. I had Tombow go amiss in the post the other day. So if your UPS man dropped you off some extras, they were mine. Because their packaging was really weird. I think they started using like Amazon type packaging. And whoever had folded it hadn't folded it properly, so it was all open at the bottom. And luckily, it was just my ribbons and Tombow that escaped. But the paper did get damaged, unfortunately, because it was a really wet day. Right, so there we go. Glue on these tabs. Next, and then this is just to make the bottom of the box. So our candle will fit nicely into there. There we go, that's pretty. And then we'll get some dimensionals and we'll stick this on, the sentiment. looking outside today, it's so sunny and clear sky. It's such a lovely day. Did you see the massive moon last night? Crikey, it's huge. And I'm just going to offset that there. It just gives it a little bit of depth. A little bit of... I've changed my mind. I'm just going to leave it at that. I might get some gold thread. Really simple and really pretty, and it's just a great way to present your lovely recycled goo candle. It holds it perfectly and it's just lovely. So there you go. I'll come up with another idea for a box for that as well. I'm going to come up with one that's got a lid that actually fits on the top. So I'm going to show you another one of those at some point very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks very much for joining me. Take care.